Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh no, I'm doubling up. Welcome in. My name is Vesper Fortune, Bat of Fortune, and Witch of Fate. I'm here to welcome you all into my shop and to this sacred night. Welcome in, Kaylin. Welcome. How are you? I need to remember to message my friends, cause messaging friends, that's important, right? EP, aw, EP. Yes, I remember you're doing stuff for Ollie, and y'all are doing all that moving in stuff, and I hope y'all are doing good and not overworking yourselves. And if you are overworking yourself, I'm going to drive up there. I'm going to fly my observatory to where you're at. I'm going to fly my observatory to where you're at and demand you do self-care. Nah, self-isolation is fun. Executive dysfunction is quite a thing, isn't it? I don't wanna. No, you do. You do the self-care. You do the self-care, definitely not newbie. You do the self-care. Welcome in, newbie. Yes, you do. You You eat the soup. You eat the good soup. You eat the homemade chicken noodle soup. You get your favorite lotions that smell like pastries. And you... What's self-care? Well, it's when you actually sit down and go, oh my god, I'm so fucked up. And decide to remedy that. It's also sugary drinks. In my universe, self-care is mostly the sugary drink. I've had 2 sugary drinks today. I had a not Dr. Pepper, I had a Coke Gamer XP version. You know, that new flavor. I have the new Coke. I think they're keeping the new Gamer Coke, which I actually think is a good idea because it's a really good flavor. I would not say that the new Coke is better than the old Coke, like the Gamer Coke, but it's pretty high up there. I like it more than the Dreamland Coke. And I just had some hot cocoa with peppermint mocha in it, a peppermint mocha creamer, so I'm good on the self-care for today. And later I have perfume merch. Oh my god. In like the real life me, the immersion breaking me loves black cherry, and I like a lot of fruity notes. And I like a lot of stuff that smells like fruit. And if it doesn't smell like fruit, it smells like pastries or sweets. IRL. But if I'm thinking around Vesper, it'd definitely be like cleaner scents, like lavenders and stuff you'd associate with nighttime. But definitely way more on the floral than the food. Vesper would be way more floral than food. Real life me, the immersion break, is very into fruity fruit scents. Like right now, where is it? I have a black cherry merlot body cream from Bath and Body Works. And let's see here. My previous stuff, I had the strawberry shortcake lotion, the pear creme brulee lotion. I also had another cherry. I forgot what it was. And I think I had, Peach is your favorite. Oh, I love peach lotions. Peach Bellini. Like, they have a peach Bellini scent. Here's the thing, I don't like eating peaches. I don't like a lot of the more... I don't like to eat a lot of certain fruits just because, like, they have... peaches have, like, a very, like, certain flavor profile in them that I don't like, but I love the scent of a peach. They had pancake lotion. Yeah, I'd smell like a pancake. Actually, I think one of the lotions I got like a few years back was a lemon chiffon one. It was good. I'd buy that. I see Vesper as a Chanel perfume number 5 girl. No, it'd be Chanel number 666. Let's be real. But I haven't smelled Chanel number 5 in a bit though, so I don't remember the scent well enough. The thing is, I prefer lotions over perfumes because you get more of the actual scent. Whenever I'm smelling perfumes, I can always smell the alcohol. Like ever since it's been like I just directly, like, I get a little hint of the smell, and then I get the alcohol right after the smell. So, like, if I did, like, a perfume line, it would definitely be, like, it'd be mostly of, lotions and body washes and all the stuff before the perfume. It had good mahogany teak wood body wash. Oh, that actually sounds like it smells good. I actually, as someone, white floral musky, I think, one of the things I want to get is Lady Gaga's, Fame perfume set. I'm kind of hoping she re-releases it with her makeup line, but the Fame perfume is something I want to try out, and that would probably be the base for anything I make, because I'd just be like, oh, yeah, this is good. But, as someone who is male, and is biologically male, like, I do use they. I have, like, I'm comfy with they. I prefer he, but I'm comfy with they. But, Lady Gaga and her scary perfume commercials. Listen. Did perfume commercials make sense ever in the first place? As someone who does identify as male, and male was their biological sex, I don't like a lot of male scents. They're all very boring. Dude, Gucci commercials are so goofy. I want to wear makeup. It's just that I don't have, like, time, and I don't live by myself. So like, if I do wear makeup, it's like I have to like go to somewhere and get someone else to put it on me so they can tell me what to wear, because I don't have the time to be going around trying to figure out what my face is. You tell me what my white-ass face is, okay? Mr. Makeup Man. I don't have the time. But, I have, like, a really nice, blonde wig that I want to wear black makeup with. Black lipstick with. And, I would totally buy Gaga's line if it was more in my price range, but I'm a Dollar General girly pop. I'm Dollar General girly pop. Masks, since I typically musk, spiced, or linen, and that. Yeah, that's why I don't like a lot of masculine scents. It's either neutral or feminine for me, because I just don't enjoy masculine scents to the point where I actively seek them out. There's some I like. There's some I like, but for me, a lot of them smell exactly the same. A lot of them smell like Irish Springs body soap. And here's the thing, if you have ever used Irish Springs, I can get 2 free makeup items from Sephora on my birthday. I didn't know that. I have to go. I must inform. I must inform the council. I must inform the council immediately. Oh, why? Okay, my desktop audio is good. Okay. Let me, Okay. My friend was having a birthday bash, and I was like worried she was gonna be alone. And I'm just checking in on the Discord, and I'm like, okay, she's not alone. Good. I don't have to kill anyone today. I would have stopped stream to go be with a friend just to make sure they don't feel alone. And I'm like, somebody better be in there. I don't need to be stopping stream, but I will. I need to go inform the council about the Sephora. I did not know. Bath and Body Works has some good masculine body wash. Yeah, but the only reason why I use masculine stuff... the only reason why I use masculine stuff is because, like, a lot of feminine stuff just does not have the power to deal with male body odor. A lot of feminine stuff just does not have the strength for me. So, like, what I do is just go over once with my usual soap, and then if I am using something feminine or something, I just go over again with that, just gently. So, like, yeah. I have to use dude deodorant. There's just too much in me. There's just too much in me. I produce too much testosterone for my own liking. I produce way too much testosterone for my own liking. Can ask for free samples for a bunch of lotions. I'm telling the council. I'm going to tell the council to look at this vid and be like, listen, we need to do this next time we go out, because, me and the zombie and the cryptid are going out soon. My zombie friend and my cryptid friend. I call them that because that's what I remember them mostly as, and that's why I think they'd make as VTubers. So I'm just like, one of them's zombie girl, the other one's cryptid man. Plus also their nicknames. Well, one of them's nicknamed after a cryptid. The other one has a lot of OCs, but the one I remember most is the current zombie one she made for Manny Marco from Elder Scrolls Online. And no, we're not going to talk about that issue because she loves villains and I can't stop her, and she's traumatized. So that's where that starts and ends. Listen, don't we all have that friend who is a good person at heart, but wants to fuck every single villain in the universe? They just have the villainous taste and they admit it. like I'm afraid of like introducing this girl to Final Fantasy 14 because I already know she's gonna love him itself. I know that. She's one of them people. Meanwhile, I'm over here simping over Graha, so I'm in the exact opposite camp. I'm in the exact opposite camp. Okay. Yeah, but do they love him though? Let me tell you about this girl. The husbando list is Sephiroth, Zemnis, Manny Marco. Whatever white-haired villain you can find that's like over 30. Like she likes the villain from Black Cauldron. Yeah. I went into Simlish. I accidentally stumbled on some very, let's say, odd G-po. You're allowed to say spicy. You're allowed to say spicy here. There's someone in the, I think it's the Aorzia Collection Discord. I'm not saying her name, even though I know her name. She does a lot of videos of her Warrior of Light with Emet. Spicy doesn't do those images justice. Well, she doesn't do spicy images, though. She probably keeps those to herself. It's pinkish red, and she's an aura. It's pinkish red, and she's an aura. She has some really cool videos of her, like G-rated videos of her Warrior of Light with Graha. Not Graha, Emet. Like, I think her Warrior of Light may be canonically like oh damn it, a Golemon transcript, or why is it all? I want to say it's always the cat girls, but I have friends. I'll just say that. I have very lovely friends, but they're all horny. I shouldn't really be saying anything though. I'm exactly like them. It's just I don't do anything. Time to get that bunny boy alt. Time to get that bunny boy alt. No, I kid. Whatever people do, as long as it's safe and with consent. But Makodi are wild, and the most sus players are always Makodi. In the case of my friends, hold up. I have to go look at them. Oh wait, never mind. You're right. They are most of the sussy ones are Makode. Hold up, you're right. Now I'm remembering most of these people are Makode. And whenever they're not Makode, they're whenever they're not Makode, they're whenever they're not Makode, they're Fantasia addicts. Whenever they're not Makode, they're Fantasia addicts. But like I said, like I was about to say, as long as everyone's involved has consent and they're adults, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, cat dads, my god. Oh yeah, cat dads. The Rothgar tend to be pretty bad though. There's not enough Rothgar. There's not enough Rothgar. There needs to be more Rothgar. I like Rothgar dudes. Like, not in like the R-rated way, but they are like, because they're so huge and because of like how like demure their emotes are, the way they play out their emotes is so cute. Go to a corral, there's plenty. I wonder why they're all on corral, huh? Not to mention there's all the Rothgar and Crystal have been like kidnapped by like 2 FCs. All the Rothgar and Crystal are literally in 2 FCs, I think. Crowlin said cat's dead doing squats. Oh, I'm pretty sure those aren't squats. I'm pretty sure in Mare those aren't squats. On Mira Lamentorum, everyone can see you squat. In Maris Lamentorum, everyone can see you squat. Even if they are squats, that doesn't stop anything. Okay. Right, right. I'm sorry, Kaylin. I'm so sorry. I apologize. To be fair, the amount a straight heterosexual Rothgar in the Final Fantasy 15 world, Final Fantasy 14 world is like very minimal. So, considering that if they are playing Rothgar, which means they like both dudes, it's entirely possible straight people play FF14. I mean, no. Even the straight guys I've met admit they'd fuck a femboy, so I don't think. I don't think there is really any 100% straight people in this game. like like I said, my previous FC leader was heterosexual, as far as I know. But I think he has listed femboys as something he's attracted to. And I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Child, hold up. Not to like continue talking about sexuality, but there are so many straight men who I personally wouldn't consider straight, but their label is not my job. That's their job. That's not my job. That's their job. Sure, you're straight. You're straight. You're straight. Keep believing that, honey. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Like, sexuality is a spectrum, but sometimes I'm just like, you're trying to be in your spectrum is kind of cloudy there, sir. The prism ain't working. You might want to go see a specialist. like, I just feel like there's just some people who are like trying their best to avoid the inevitable. And it's not even like I'm just going to say it. There are so many men who are into dicks as long as they're not as long as they're not on men. People say they're fighting demons and that demon be bisexuality. Exactly. like there's so many men who are into dicks as long as they're not on women. I mean, as long as they're not on men. I mean, the opposite is also true. But like, there's so many men attracted to penises. Just as long as they're on a woman. And it's like, huh, 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 huh. I have run through so much of this water. The argument I hear is that's just, hey, it's the anatomy I already understand on the body of the body. True, true. I like, there are some memes that are like, women are inexperienced with men's bodies. It ends up with the men in pain. Meanwhile, men have experience with other men's bodies, and it's like, oh, I'm not in pain right now. I wonder why. Oh god, this is not going to last on on YouTube. If someone comes in right now on Twitch and is like, I don't like you, and reports me, I'm done. But yeah, that's basically it, probably. Vesper, the hidden files. Listen, I'm this is educational info. To be fair, Americans need sexual education. And honestly, I'm fine with straight men being into dicks. Not to mention that's very. I don't want to say that's trans positive, because it's not. It's more fetishization than anything. But it shows like a man is okay with things, honestly. And not to mention, the. To go. To go further into sexual educational courses, prostate gives more pleasure than you know. Like, like the other end, like the usual male sex, doesn't have as many nerves as the prostate does. So, like, that should be known. That's educational. I'm not saying anything else. But you know, in the state I live in, there's no sex ed. Ew. Though to be fair, I did have sexual education. It wasn't great. It was why though. Uh, since like we're talking stories, when I was a wee high school back, back in the Jurassic era. I'm only 29, as far as anyone alive is aware. But my sex ed in high school was taught by a teacher no one could really take seriously except when he was angry. Like when he got angry, you took him seriously, but he was kind of like one of those chubby, round guys. like you, like he had little guy energy, I'd say. But he was the health course, and like he was the health teacher. I think he also taught a few other things because our school was stupid. But like, I wouldn't learn sex ed from him. Ah, yes, and there's Nightbot telling you about the fates. The fate you should be avoiding by coming here. Okay, I need. Oh wow. Stupid auto mod. My sex ed was a 10-minute video where the boys and girls were separated and the girls got, you're gonna get up here, and the boys was like, this is what a rat dream is, don't freak out when it happens. I did have sex ed in elementary school. I think it was like a video. It didn't teach me shit. It didn't teach me shit. I was a wee small bit and didn't know anything. Like, and I think another thing is that they need to teach sex ed for the opposite sex, because of just how so many men don't know how a period works. And it's like, and that's kind of like why we have people in the upper echelons who don't know what women's health is actually like. So we need to start teaching that to boys. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I mean, to be fair, we also need to teach girls about male male sex education and sex education with men, so that maybe they stop hurting men. it's like that like there's benefits to learning about both sexes. Like I mostly know about stuff because of my mom, and my my friend also has like a lot of female reproductive health issues. And so like that's where I know most of my knowledge is because I have friends. I have friends with unfortunate issues. Yeah. 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 I want to throw so many old white men into a river. I want to throw so many old white men into a river. Oh wow. Like, you don't understand how many old white men I want to throw into a river because of feminine health. Because, like, my friend, she's not, oh my god, should I even be talking about this? I mean, maybe if it helps people that, like I said, she has health issues. So, like, she needs feminine health stuff. And like what American politics has done to feminine health and feminine reproductive rights is just insane. And like I will say this on my channel because I am a Democrat. I support women's health rights. I won't say I'm a I will say I'm not a Republican, but I'm very humanist. I'm very pro I'm very pro treating people not like shit. I'm very pro not treating people like shit, and that usually aligns me to Democrats. I'm pro basic human rights, exactly. I kind of hate how America has become a two-system thing, and oh my god. Speaking of politics, let's go destroy Paris. Let's go deal with Paris's politics. Okay, nice secretary. Okay, hold up. Oh, where is it? I know where all my shit is, but then I just start streaming, and everything goes poof. Uterine ablation? Hmm. I have to tell my friend about that, cause she has endometriosis, and she's been to, well, she doesn't know if she has endo, but she knows she's never gonna have children because she can't carry children anyway. Like, she only has, like, less than 10% chance. And, like, even if she does carry children, they're going to come out with problems. So, let me just look that up on my phone. Oh no, oh no, that might help, that might help. That might help. She's been looking into wanting a hysterectomy, basically. She's been looking to just a straight up hysterectomy, and the only downside about a hysterectomy, like the kind she wants, is that you are forced to go through menopause. Like that's the only issue that would happen if she does a hysterectomy. But yeah, it's time to destabilize Paris. I can't believe I just spent like I started on lotion and then we went into women's health. Which is the kind of topics you get if you hit that follow button, like and subscribe. Hysterectomies can mess with your emotions, I think. Maybe, but I think it's more important that the health part happens. Yeah. I mean, technically, technically, her hormones have always been out of whack. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to be like, I'm sorry for talking about you on my stream, but my life is boring. Yeah, however, she can't. No doctors have been, wanting to give her hysterectomies, though. She cannot find a doctor to give her one. Just because she's so young. Because they all are like, but what if you want to have children? And she's like, I can't have children. Not to mention she owns like 17 dozen cats. She doesn't have a need for children. She has an infinite supply of children through cats. She is the crazy cat lady. Okay, but I'll tell her about all these things, cause, this is quite useful information. Oh, I'm gonna turn that up for me, cause for some reason that's... But these are the kind of topics you get on the Vesper Fortune Vat of Fortune channel. Oh. Game capture. I totally forgot. Give it like 3 seconds. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, that's on top of my payroll. Hold up. Alright, thank you, thank you. Oh wait, okay, that's on top of my payroll. I think I'll move chat to the... Nope! That's not chat. Why are you... Oh, that might help. I'll move you guys over here, underneath my money. Time to ruin the security and stability of a nation. Was Paris ever secure or stable, though? To be fair, has Paris ever been secure or stable? Like, I'm even thinking about it now, and I'm like, is even modern Paris stable and secure? Is even modern Paris stable and secure? You didn't hear that. I'm putting this like so I can look at it better. Okay, we have to commission vengeance. I hate how I have the payroll of probably my real life payroll. Let's be real. Oh, hold up. I'm just moving around shit. Hold up. I just want to hold up my phone. I used to have a DS stand because I bought myself a deluxe DS thing and now I can't find it. I have 3 tarot decks and I can find literally everything else but that. I think I may threw it out because I was like, I don't use this. Meanwhile, me streaming a while later. What the hell is it? Me streaming a while later. Oh, I actually needed that. Hold on, wait. Can I use this mug? No. The mug cannot be used. Okay, well, it's fine. That's my life. Okay, hopefully this doesn't screw. Throwing things away only to realize a week later that I needed that. Laplace Royale. I don't need any of this. Let's go commission vengeance. I think this is the lesbian. You waste no time and hang out to Madame Lebrun's studio. Players showing up unannounced at the studio of a great painter you never met, all for the sake of vengeance. None of the stories about people seeking revenge truly prepared you for how socially awkward some of this business is. You arrive at her studio and notice that the door has been left ajar, which is certainly odd. After a minute of waiting to see if anyone is around, you simply let yourself in. Inside, you find her sipping idly on some wine while she prepares a canvas. Air is thick with the smell of canvas, gesso, and paint. Not knowing how else to get her attention, you clear her throat. She turns around and nearly jumps out her skin. Who the devil are you? That's a face. That is a whole expression. That is like a whole body movement. That is an emotion felt with the body. Madame Lebrun, I would like to commission you for a very special portrait. A very special portrait, she asks, calming quickly as her curiosity is obviously piqued. I'll warn you now, I don't paint nudes of my client. Bitch, you're too good for porn? No, I get it, I get it, I get it. I get it. Even though you'd make a very intriguing subject. Oh. Hmm. I'll tempt her with revenge. How does use the art of painting to destroy a wicked man sound for intriguing? Elizabeth tilts her head back and laughs at your proposal. After a while, she pauses to re-examine your expression. Oh, you're actually serious, she realizes aloud. Yes, please go get a snack or a drink if you are hungry or thirsty. Rearrange yourself if you're uncomfy. As according to Nightbot. Oh, you're actually serious, she realizes aloud. Let's see here. I don't think these choices actually matter. Yeah, it says it doesn't impact your path or stats, so... Absolutely. I want you to paint a painting that will destroy a bear in maximum determination. The Baron determines. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry, I just hate that man. Did you know that he called one of my self-portraits uninspired and selfish? It's a self-portrait. People have been painting them for forever. It's a classic display of an artist's skills. She shakes her head angrily. Honestly, why is it that when men paint pictures of themselves, they're engaging in a serious study? But when I paint one, it's suddenly all about my vanity. Vanity! In the movie screens, in the magazines. Vanity! Da, 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 da. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but it's a Lady Gaga song. Go look it up on Spotify. Or YouTube. I think it's actually on YouTube. I don't think it was ever officially released on Spotify. Sorry, I got carried away there. I will absolutely paint this. That means I get to put that pretentious blowhard in his place. How do you want me to do this? You spent a few minutes telling Elizabeth about where to find Marguerite Bonnet, and what exactly the painting needs to display. Don't know how you'll use this painting yet. That still means you're a step closer than you were before. With that you depart, but your vengeance approaches. I think I have today to get my shit. Oh no, can I not go to the party? Okay, I still have tomorrow. I still have tomorrow to get my to get a fucking invite. Shit. Can I? Sweet vengeance. Sweet, sweet just desserts. Unfortunately, I have to go to this fucking party. Okay, decline. Okay. Here's the thing, I accepted this invite before I knew I was going on a raging rampage of revenge. So that's my main problem. I only have one day to get an invite. Not to mention my exhaustion will be at 4 if I manage to go to the party. Isn't that always the way? Yeah. I don't need to go to 2 bourgeoisie parties in the same week. One is more than enough. Okay, I'm going to a bourgeoisie, so... Why? Why is nothing I wear ever enough for them? Oh, wait, chat, you're in the way of that. You're in the way of the drip, chat, I'm sorry. You're in the way of the drip, chat. Here, you get to be next to me right now. No, wait, hold up. Oh no, you can't see. I can't see you there. Okay, you're gonna be right above. You're gonna be right above her, chat. I'll put this down here like a TV logo. Now on twitch.tv, Vesper, the Bat of Fortune. Yeah, this is fine. This is one of those games where you can't, there isn't a safe place. Let's be real. It's a visual novel. There's always something in the way. Okay, chat. What can I say? What? Okay, bourgeoisie. You know what? This impresses the crown. So it's close enough. Assess my preparations. Tonight is a toss-up. You step down out of your carriage and hear the ripple of whispers that signal your arrival to any social event these days. Small line in the festival, yada yada. Cheap bourgeoisie gossip. Take the Jesus blood. She gratefully takes the gift from you and sets it aside. As you enter the party, you can hear the whispers of other guests noting your generosity. Hail down, credibility up, I'm poor. Now let the Hunger Games begin. Oh god, it's Madame Mirror. Wait, is that Madame Mirror? Oh no, that's not good for me. I think that's just me. I don't know. Okay, so let's see here. Return to party. Oh, this is the best. So hold up. This has the widow. I'm not trying to hook up with the widow, though the gay in me does want to hook up with the widow, because she just emanates. Look at her, chat. She looks like a me character. But no, we have to be smart, because I need credibility and I need to remove my peril. All my life is fraught with peril. I would like to remove it in a game, please. Now, it's the one approaching you, but you sense some sort of amorous intent from her. But something about the whole situation feels off. Something scandalous, to be sure, but you're not certain if you want to entertain. Something scandalous, to be sure, but you're not certain if you want to be so close to it. We'll pick this conversation. Find yourself in a relatively secluded room, stealthily surveying the area. See if there's anyone particularly important that you should be introducing yourself to. Introducing yourself is, of course, a mild breach of decorum. However, you have neither the time nor the patience for such things when there's work to be done. Your ears pick up the sounds of someone whispering behind you. While you can't make out the words themselves, it almost sounds like a frantic argument, one with a sudden resolution. A woman suddenly approaches you, appearing at the corner of your vision. Bonsoir, Madame Decaux. I'm sorry to approach you so suddenly, but I was wondering something. But by I of course mean to say, oui, she adds quite hurriedly. Of course. Of course? How does any of this strange rambling even resemble something that ends with, of course? Have you two come to a decision? A man asks impatiently, also entering the conversation from outside your field of vision. I was just getting to that, she hisses at her partner. I just kind of realized that the woman is titled The Bait, while the man is titled The Switch. I don't know what you two are plotting, but you have my attention. Whatever foolishness this is, I really don't have the time for it. Excusez-moi, but who is this man, and why are we listening to him? I'm very tempted to do this, because this feels very in character for my Eva, that she's just tired of listening to men like him. But we'll play it nice. Oh no, they're looking for a unicorn. Ah, well, you see, my husband and I are a lively but discreet married couple, and you are an interesting one. And very attractive, her husband interjects over. He wants to do this more than she does, I think. I don't know why you had to bring that up right this second. She replies irately, and the two of them pause to bicker amongst each other in whispers for a minute or so, while you sip your wine in silence. Hold up. I need to bring out my tea, even though you can't see it. Where was I? You see, we've been looking for a woman like yourself to join us. Yes, the tea, because I can't believe this situation is happening. It takes a moment for you to put their insinuations together, not because you've never heard of a menage a trois. It's just that you didn't think you'd be approached about by a pair of desperate strangers. In a way, the proposal is almost adorable. Most well-to-do couples that grow this tired of each other usually skip straight to silent, furious Damn, Yvette, you're cold. She's like, oh, so you hate each other, but you're going to try the threesome first. That's new. Most of the time it's just adultery. Yvette. And this is like Elizabeth Lavenza calling Man in Mansfield ugly. Still, you don't know why you want to act as a stand-in just to rekindle their flagging desire. This is a medium credibility, and 50 is not medium credibility, I think. So I'll do I must confess, I have no idea what you two are talking about. As the two of them stumble over each other to find the right way to be more direct, you feel a strange, relaxing pleasure in watching the two of them squirm, in making them explain themselves to you. There's something almost clarifying about this feeling of power. You've lost a little peril. Having made our intentions clear, I think you two should go. Oh, I understand. Perhaps we were a little... Wait, please reconsider, her husband yelps. Interrupting what you can only assume was going to be an extremely awkward apology. She shushes him and drags him away before he can manage to embarrass the both of them any further. Left to your own devices once more, you start to wonder how these sorts of things keep happening to you. I did not push up my credibility, but it's okay. It's fine. That was funny enough. Okay, oh, there's the one that's at every single party, the one where we break in. Okay, so... We've locked ourselves into the bad ending now. Yeah, we refused the threesome, we're going into the bad ending. Oh man, all these kind of suck. All these sort of suck. I can remove 5 peril and add 5 credibility. Ooh, I don't like any of these. We're at a party full of bad choices, everyone. Oh, I'm on ad break. How did I get to ad break? Okay, well... Since we're on ad break, I'm going to go get water. Did my chat just tell me my own chat rules? Okay. Okay, chat rules. Okay, I'm going to go get water. Be right back. I will be right back. Because I went into ad break not knowing that we were in ad break. Oh my god. I am not sure if ad break is over because I accidentally dismissed the ad break message. Hopefully, I'm still on old ad break. Hopefully. But, I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed if you're streaming, but they added a new stuff to the ad stuff. They added new stuff to the ads. But when I went to go change stuff... Oh wow, that's actually a really well-timed Nightbot. That's a really well-timed Nightbot. Hold up. Does it show my ad break if I... I'm not sure. But anyways, Oh, that's my request queue. Hold up. Oh, damn. All those are complete. Oh my. That's funny. That's funny. But, I don't know if anyone else has noticed. But if you're a streamer, they added new ad options. However, what I noticed was if I went to move my, my Scully thingy that decides how many ads per hour I want, if I set it at 3 minutes of ad, it's going to show those 3 minutes of ad every 30 minutes. I currently only have it on, I have it all in 3 minutes of ads per hour, so I don't have to do pre-rolls. However, I went to go see if I can change it using the scroll wheel. If you are currently using like ads, and if you go to change it, if you put in 3 minutes of ads, it's going to make those ads every 3 minutes. I mean, every 30 minutes. I'm not sure if that's something they did by accident, or if it's on purpose. But when I went to go look at my ad frequency, it places 3 minutes of ads every 30 minutes, and I'm like, why are you doing that? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I'm doing 3 minutes of ads per hour, so I don't have to deal with ads in middle of my stream. We take a 3-minute break to go do stuff. I'm about to add words on stream as well, even though I don't have that many people. Like half my audience is subscribed, so actually no, most of my audience is subscribed. But I think we're back from ads, even though like talking about pisses me off. But like yeah, right now I'm like pretty sure. I am pretty sure that if you try to move ads to like the same frequency that I'm supposed to have them, they're going to play 3 minutes of ads every 30 minutes. I'm like, no. No. We're going to do this guy because I hate him. Tired of seeing so many of the same familiar faces. You went into the vestibule. You cannot help but notice a brilliantly dressed man. Feeling curious, you approach him. Seeing you, he quickly plucks 2 wine glasses off the tray of a passing servant, and asks them to get you something as well. I think we've met him before. Or they're using the same character model for all the fuckboys. It's one of the two. Wait, am I muted? Am I still muted? No, no, I'm not. Bonsoir. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm Guillaume de Sabla, patron of the sartorial arts and libertine philosopher. Why are you lingering in the vestibule? So many of us had come to these affairs in order to see and be seen, as one might say. With that in mind, I didn't spend as much time as I did on this outfit, just to have it only be glimpsed by a few. No, everyone should know just how good I look. I mean, fair. Fair. Maurice would absolutely adore this man. Given your presence in the vestibule, as well as your exquisite attire, it seems that you share in my sentiments. That would make you a wise woman indeed. Another thing you and I might share is a common enemy, at least by association. He says as the servant brings you a glass, filling it with a decent red wine. You've been wronged by the Baron de Termes, who absolutely despises me. I think it's because he can't stand the possibility that anyone in this day and age can dare to be happy. Oh, so he's a Republican. He's so intent on seeming both superior and so miserable. With that in mind, I think you would be the perfect person to help me gain the much-needed upper-hand on one of their most staunch defenders, the Comte de Sanson. The soup people? You see, this man has been a thorn in my side for years, but recently crossed the line when he threatened to publicize some of my more torrid romantic affairs. Do tell. Not that I'm ashamed, mind you, but I would hate for such a fate to fall upon those I happen to be involved with. Not everyone is as fortunate as I am, to live as I do. Though they should. He mutters into one of his wine glasses while he takes a deep draught of wine. To preempt this problem, I'd like to approach this despicable boor and claim to represent someone who's interested in marrying his detestable son. Of course, you can put it in kinder words. A chance to make... What would I be getting out of this? Well, for one, you'd be the first to hear of some absolutely incredible gossip, and I might be inclined to provide you with some financial compensation when the deed is complete. How does it sound? It sounds absolutely perfect. I love petty vengeance. Fantastique, madame. You have made the right choice. As I was saying before, the Comte de... I'm going to use the suit name. Comte de Swanson. Comte de Swanson has a detestable son who is burning through his family's fortune due to his excessive gambling. Oh no, he's burning through their soup inheritance! With that in mind, I'd like you to approach him and claim to be delivering a letter on behalf of a wealthy common woman from the countryside who's looking to marry his son and gain a title. I, of course, have already written the letter. Guillaume says, handing you a letter that's been dipped in some sort of sweet perfume. Oh, he's good. He's dipping it in the perfume. He's dipping it in the perfume. Once he has his block-headed son right back to this address provided in my letter, I shall handle the rest until our grand reveal, where we shall utterly humiliate them both. The exact date can be determined later. I would just ask that you keep an eye out for me at future parties. However, I must give you fair warning. The Comte de Swanson is a boorish man, and generally suspicious of anyone smaller than him, which is not exactly a high bar to clear. So if you act too canny, he'll start to suspect treachery of some sort. I see our Mark has entered the party just now. Please excuse me, as I should leave before he realizes something is afoot. You know, I hate this dude, because I'm pretty sure this is the same dude who was trying to trick the, rider into delivering a very bad a very bad biography. But I'll team up with him to do awful stuff to someone worse than him. Unless this dude's nicer. That Monsieur de Save discreetly drains his wine glasses and excuses himself. Letter in hand, you approach the Comte de Swanson. He appears to be in the process of berating his lackey. Oh no, we're taking this dude down. You utter incompetent, he mutters as his servant scurries away to perform some sort of errand for him. And you are? He asks, barely even looking at you. I shouldn't tell him my name, 'cause that's stupid. Oh, good help is so hard to find, isn't it? Yes, quite, he replies absent-mindedly. I assume this letter is for me, he says, pulling the letter from your hands before you have a chance to explain yourself. However, his mood shifts the second he opens the letter intended for his son. As he reads the contents, he seems almost hungry. Young lady, who entrusted you with this letter? You're the one with the letter now. Your guess is as good as mine. How odd, he sighs. Well, if you can't deduce their identity, then surely I still stand a reasonable chance of doing so. Regardless of circumstances, I'm certain my son will absolutely adore this woman's money. I mean, company. Without another word to you, he leaves with the letter, reading it over and over again. It appears that Monsieur de Sabla's plan has been set in motion. I lost some credibility, but I also lost some peril, so it's good. We have to, Oh. Oh. We got some Paris Revolution shit. The price of food has been steadily rising for the last few months, as many farmers lost nearly their entire harvests in last summer's unseasonable hailstorms. This was followed by a drought, and then by one of the most brutal winters in nearly a century. There are reports of starving people in the countryside boiling bark to make gruel. Desperate commoners are abandoning their homes and fleeing to the cities for relief. People are hungry. Members of the nobility, like Duke d'Orléans, have raised money to feed the poor, but the problem is simply too vast for any individual act of charity to solve. Finance Minister Necker, that's a name. That's Finance Minister of Finance is Necker. Necker. That's horrible. That's going to get someone with bad pronunciation in trouble. That's going to get someone in trouble. I feel like I could get in trouble. Has spent nearly 50 million livres importing grain from the rest of Europe, but the famine persists. The people are hungry and angry. Rumors circulate about wealthy aristocrats with secret stores of grain, purposely extending the famine in order to lower wages and improve their political power. Workers are demanding higher wages from their bourgeoisie employers who remain intransigent. The people are hungry, angry, and they want something to do, and want to do something about it, soon. You wake up and notice a letter on your nightstand. Camille must have put it there while you were still asleep. Opening the letter, you are initially baffled by a wall of sloppy handwriting. After a few moments of squinting, the squiggles on the page start to look like actual words. Apparently the letter's from the artist, Elizabeth. Madam Yvette, I just finished my portrait of the two amazing subjects you introduced me to. I just know that anyone who sees it is going to find it very surprising, though you'll have to see it for yourself. I left instructions with your maid on how to contact me. When you're ready, send me a message and I can bring the painting over for one final evaluation. Bien vu, Elizabeth. P.S. I have one more surprise for you, but you'll have to see it in person. Thomas Painting is now available to visit in the Paris map. It's still early in the morning. If you don't have anything pressing, you could invite her over and see the painting today. Oh no, do I have time? I'm not sure if I can find... Oh, please tell me it's an invitation. The painter, Elizabeth, has finally finished the family portrait of your hated foe. They're in maximum detonation. Spend the day reviewing it and considering how you'll be able to use it in order to exact your vengeance. Oh no, I'm in trouble. That evening, with the house prepared for guests, you wait for Elizabeth to arrive with the portrait. There's a knock at the door. I'll get it, madame, Camille calls chillily from downstairs. A few moments later, the door opens and Camille enters with Elizabeth. Both working together, carry the portrait, which has been covered with its sheet. They pop it up against the fireplace. You didn't expect it to be this big. It's practically as tall as you are. It's so good to have guests in the house again, Camille exclaims with barely contained glee. I'll go fetch everyone some refreshments. She curtsies to you both before heading to the door. As Camille exits the room, she's quickly replaced by Marguerite, who seems to be doing her best to appear calm and collected. While it's good she agreed to the portrait being painted, you can tell this whole affair still makes her deeply uncomfortable. So, this is it? The big unveiling? She asks nervously. Oui, this is it. Well, that's good to hear, Marguerite says with some relief. Especially because someone here hasn't even let me see the painting yet, Marguerite continues, glaring at Elizabeth. Why would I want to ruin the surprise? Can't you allow us a little bit of mystery in your life? As Elizabeth asks while adjusting the sheet that's covering the painting. When all your romance and mystery could endanger me and my son, I get to be a spoil sport, Marguerite states flatly. Don't worry, all the fun will be over in just a few moments, Elizabeth replies, gripping the edges of the sheet. Behold! Elizabeth calls out, pulling off the sheet covering the portrait in a single movement. The room is silent while everyone takes it in. It is perfect. I took a few creative liberties with the original crest, but I think it was worth it, Elizabeth says, admiring her own work as if she was seeing it for the first time. It's not hard to see what she means. You asked for a simple portrait of Marguerite and her son Gabriel, but Elizabeth created an entire family scene. Marguerite, dressed in the uniform of her maid, sits with Gabriel on her knee, looking every bit the dutiful mother. Gabriel is dressed soberly colored by expensive clothes, befitting the status of his inheritance. His resemblance to Maximin is absolutely uncanny. The biggest change, however, is that Elizabeth added Maximin himself to the painting. I actually painted that poisonous creature from memory. I hope he likes it, Elizabeth adds proudly. In most family portraits, the father is usually at the center of the scene, or in some position to show him as a protector or leader. Not in this one. Here Maximin is off to the side of the family, separated by some distance. His darkly colored coat blends in with the shadows. This, matched with his grim expression and looming stance, makes him feel like a predator waiting to strike. Looking back at Marguerite and Gabriel in the painting, you don't see the calm and serious expression of a dutiful family. You see fear. It's... Elizabeth starts before Marguerite cuts her off. It's how I feel, Marguerite says, her voice trailing off. She looks simply stunned. It's how I feel whenever I think about him. My work here is done, then, Elizabeth says, gathering up the sheet. Merci beaucoup, Elizabeth. Will I see you again soon? Me, of course you will, she replies, turning towards the door. At the last second, she turns back. Oh, I almost forgot your surprise. She rifles through her pockets and pulls out a letter sealed in deep red wax. The seal has already been broken. It looks like Maximin's holding a salon in a few days, showing off a bunch of new paintings from artists he sponsors. I know that he only invited me so he could brag about their revolutionary work and all of their extremely deep meanings. I think you might have a better time than I will. With invitation to vengeance obtained. You have an invitation to Maximin's Grand Salon. As you look down at the invitation, you can feel a wicked grin form on your lips. This is it. This is where you can destroy Maximin, in front of all his psychopaths. Now I'm actually going to leave, Elizabeth explains before going to the door. She walks down the stairs and you hear her let herself out. Marguerite is still staring at the painting, her face a mixture of awe and horror. It's so strange to see how I feel up in a great big painting, she whispers. Soon everyone will know the truth about him. I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to live my life in peace. To not have to look over my shoulder whenever I leave the cafe. I might even be able to get a full night's sleep. That would be nice. Would anyone like tea or wine? Camille asks, entering the room with a variety of refreshments and snacks on a tray. Huh? Where did Madame Lebrun go? Camille asks, looking at the room in confusion. She left and I need to leave too, Marguerite replies, taking one snack from the tray, then another. I'm opening shift at the cafe tomorrow. Was opening shift even a word? Back then? It feels like shift is a real modern word. But yes, delicious vengeance. Yeah, it could be a translation. There's some words that are like, are surprisingly old, but they sound modern. Like, there's this thing, I forgot the actual name of it, but I'm going to call it the Paradox of Tiffany. Where Tiffany was actually a nickname back in... Where Tiffany was actually a nickname for certain names, but Tiffany sounds so modern, it doesn't feel like it could be used back then, but it was. Marguerite turns to you. Her eyes look both tired and hopeful. Thank you for doing this. I know this isn't all just to benefit me. I still appreciate what you're doing. God of War Ally drops anachronistic language. To be fair, there's timey-wimey stuff. And I think in the original God of War they didn't really care about being with the times. With that, Marguerite takes a third snack from the tray, then leaves. Oh, well then. Camille looks down and the mostly untouched refreshments. I shall simply have to have everything prepared for the guests sooner. Would you like any of this, madame? I'll have whatever it is that Marguerite seems to take so much of. Oui, madame, Camille cheerily replies, and places a variety of different hors d'oeuvres on your desk. You nibble at the morsels and spend the rest of the evening contentedly examining your position and your plans yet to come. We have to go to the party. We don't have a choice. Okay. He does not request my attendance. I'm going to be there though. What is my wardrobe? Do I have anything for the revolution? No, frankly, I don't give a shit about them. We're being whores this playthrough. We're riding the royal dick. Let's just go with the frilly ass gown. Do I have? No, I don't have anything for these people. I literally have shit. After going over the plan with Camille one more time. Yeah, Camille is where I die. Camille is in this. After going over the plan with Camille one more time, you step down from your carriage a few blocks away from the salon. A few passersby slow down to gawk at the elegant woman standing on the side of the street in her finery. Let them stare. You check a tiny mirror you keep in the carriage, blah blah blah. Camille follows you out of the carriage a few moments later, then reaches inside and retrieves the painting covered in a sheet. She wobbles back and forth under the weight and the awkward bulk of the painting. Don't worry, madame. I've got it. Just to be sure, I want you to repeat the plan back to me. Oui, madame. She pauses to think and makes sure she has all the facts straight in her head. I'm to follow you into the salon with the painting. You are to pretend this painting as a surprise gift from Madame Lebrun. Then we shall use this painting to expose the most terrible Baron. Before we leave, shall I ruin their hors d'oeuvres and wine? I mean... You know what, I don't want to endanger my girl. I don't want to endanger my girl. But... she is right to die. However, this will change shit. She will get in trouble. You know what, we're ruining him anyway. Oui, madame. Camille bows up now. She attempts to curtsy while carrying the massive painting. Your maid falls in line behind you, and you walk the rest of the short distance to the salon. It's close enough that the carriage feels unnecessary, and you want to stretch your legs. When you arrive at the venue for the salon, you find the line extending long out the door. Phil's Maximin has invited every scholar, artist, philosopher, and nationalist in Paris. How many of these people were there when Maximin singled you out and tore into you at his party? How many of them made jokes at your expense and afterwards? Judging by the confused glances and snickering laughter from a few people in line, quite a few. The thought of raiding with those people and having to endure the bobs makes you skin crawl. Thankfully, you don't plan on staying in the line. Instead, you approached a significantly shorter line reserved for the most honored guests, and wait there with Camille, using a well-affected air of dignified impatience. While you're standing in this line, you manage to overhear an interesting rumor. You make a mental note of it, just in case. In a few moments, you find yourself inside and see the same doorman as before. Who seems to be enjoying the opportunity to boss around anyone trying to enter the party. He recognizes you immediately and leans away, like he's expecting you to bite him. You consider it. The invitation probably says Madame Lebrun. I didn't realize you were now running errands for this esteemed Madame Lebrun, the doorman says with a frown while inspecting the invitation for authenticity. Unable to find a reason to deny you entry, he stuffs the invitation into his coat. I must admit this is most surprising. However, it makes sense you would move on from the young corporal for something more fair. It takes a second to realize what he's saying, but once you do, your first instinct is to slap the smug grin off his presumptive, leering face. However, for better or for worse, your reason wins out. You refrain from hitting him and maintain your cover by chuckling dryly, as if he was actually funny. Men. Men. After a brief pause, the doorman steps aside and allows you to pass. He cautiously takes the gift from you and hands it off to another servant. Da-da. Oh, this one's different. He cautiously takes the gift from you, hands it off to another servant. As you enter the party, you can hear the whispers of other guests noting your generosity. They don't know that you had Camille pour the original bottle out and fill it back up with the worst wine she could find. But that's for Maximin to find out later. Your revenge starts now. Oh, I have 4 turns. I have 4. I can do this now, but I'm going to wait until later. I want to have some credibility. Which one of you grants me the most credibility? Not you. You're gonna give me 10 credibility, so I need that. Step away from the party pop, take a break in the vestibule. You scan the guests, finally in and out of the party, trying to decide where to make your next move. Suddenly your ears perk up with the sound of something unusual. Ah, finally, a mystery. A mystery, finally, something interesting. If this is a secret tryst between star-crossed lovers, it better not be on my shawl. A storied building with mysterious noises. Is this a haunting? A mystery, finally, something interesting. As stealthily as your finery will allow, Walk up to the closet door and press your ear against it. Straight to hear what's on the other side of the door. You hear the mumbling and crying of a young girl. Mademoiselle, are you perchance a vengeful spirit from beyond? Knock on the door. Pardon, mademoiselle, are you alright? I'm fine, says the quavering voice on the other side of the door. Your doubtful silence speaks volumes. Actually, I'm not fine, the voice admits. I'm very not fine. My parents forced me to come here and I said a bunch of stupid stuff. And everyone got bored or mad, and now it's all just as bad as I thought it'd be, the voice sniffles. I just wanted to stay home and read books about spies. Oh, I feel you, girl. I feel that. I feel that. The name's Amelie, by the way. Why does anyone do this? We do this because we must. This socializing is a trade like any other. I don't want to learn this trade. I don't even want an apprenticeship. Why do I have to do what my parents do? You don't. Still, you must do something, and hiding in a closet isn't it? It is really stuffy in here, and I think my foot fell asleep, she admits. You have gained a tiny amount of credibility. I guess that makes sense, but what should I do now? I don't have medium credibility. I only have small credibility again. You don't need to talk a lot yet. You just need to listen. Start there. But it's so boring. Amelie whines. All I want to do is say mean things about people I don't know, and talk about plays I've never seen. Ah, fuck. I guess this closet is pretty boring too. At least the party has snacks. Slowly the door opens all the way. Alright, here I am. Time to go do party stuff, she says. The absolute picture of unenthusiasm. With an awkward wave, Amelie departs to rejoin the party in progress. You see a little bit of yourself in her, and you're not sure if that's a good thing. Damn it, I think my credibility is even worse. Okay, that's you. Oh no, you're trouble. Okay, I think I had to deal with you now. Checking your mental map of the venue, you're absolutely certain that this room will be the best place to hang up the painting and expose Maximum's crimes. For a moment, you lose yourself in thought while you survey the room for the perfect spot to hang your masterpiece of vengeance. The room was even mostly empty. You know, except for these paintings here. You know, this one, 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 and this one. And this mirror above the fireplace, oh yeah, totally empty. Is that sushi? Did they sneak in sushi? I mean, to be fair, it's all the way on some of the female servants' heads. It's then that you hear someone clear their throat behind you. Just delivering a painting on behalf of Madame Lebrun, you'll love it. I was going to tell you how attractive you are when silent, but you spoiled the effect. Will be nice. Sorry. He squints at you suspiciously, then does the same to Camille, who does her best to hardly avoid any eye contact. The Queen's personal painter wants to present a painting at my salon. That is rather unexpected. I'm glad she understands the superiority of my tastes. He says with a broad smile before advancing on Camille and reaching for the sheet covering the painting. I will, of course, have to inspect the artwork to make sure that it meets my refined standards.
You've gained a little credibility. Before you can think of an acceptable excuse, someone else decides to join your conversation. Excuse me, Queen? You are so lovely. I love your outfit, Queen. Oh, Baron Maxwin, it's so great to see you. Oh yes, how may I help you, madame? He turns to the woman behind him, having to prioritize etiquette over his own curiosity. Spotting an opportunity, you join the conversation in order to give Camille some time to set up the painting. Okay. Who? Oh. I would like credibility, please. I would like some credibility, please. A self-satisfied judge and his psychopath companion are openly discussing the details of a case. That doesn't sound like good gossip fodder, then nothing does. Making your usual rounds, you come across a man who appears to be attempting to win the good favor of a local judge. Which is, of course, why we're glad to have a man of such august reputation amongst us. But I must ask, why are you still wearing your judiciary robes? Because they're swag. These robes are by Chanel. Oh, don't worry about this, the judge laughs as he tugs at the edges of his robe. My final try of the day was running quite late. I didn't want to disappoint our host. I know she was very eager to see me. Excuse me, it's a him? Not certain that's completely true. In fact, you're certain that this judge is the third person that requires a naval uniform just to take a bath. Why is Yvette just shooting out the best one-liners? Yvette out here being vicious, being queen. And who might you be, madame? The judge asks as he notices your approach. Oh, don't worry yourself, monsieur. I am nobody of any particular import. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you nonetheless. It's funny that I was almost late, he chuckles. As it happens, my last case of the day involves some prominent revolutionaries. Though neither the charges against them nor the verdict have yet to be made public. Could you possibly explain further? I'm having such a difficult time following this. It's difficult, he asks while you lie through a vapid smile. Yes, I suppose you could have a trouble following the basics, so I can provide you a few details without violating my duties as a judge. It's true, it's good to be around such keen and sharp minds, Your Honor. He's quite right. There's no way I do something so indiscreet, such as explain the details of this entire case. As he proceeds to explain the details of this entire case to you, find that it's not nearly as serious as he made it out to be. While all gossip has some value to it, it's still a touch disappointing. And again, cheap gossip. With that knowledge safely stored away in your mind, you give them both a pleasant yet empty smile, pretending you didn't pick up on any of the details. Instead, you steer the conversation towards agreeable small talk. So assured of their superiority, they don't seem to notice what they've revealed to you. Well, it doesn't take long for you to realize that this gossip is the best you'll get out of them. So you wish them well, and wait to see if there's anything else you can do at this party. Oh, I only have one choice.
This is it. All of your plans, your investigation, your artistic patronage have led to this moment. This is where you'll finally get your vengeance against Baron Maximin de Termes. Alright, are we ready, chat? Are we ready for the revenge? With everyone else preoccupied, you manage to slip away from the conversation. It appeals that Camille is almost done setting the painting. It's on a wall with a series of other portraits surrounded by some smaller pictures, so the eye will naturally be drawn to it. The painting is ready, madame. All you need to do is pull off the sheet, she whispers to you excitedly. It's just in time too. It appears that the art critic, Monsieur Gorsas, has entered the room. He seems to have taken an interest in the curious image of a covered painting in the middle of the salon, and is walking over to you. A few other guests follow in his wake. This is it! Your vengeance is nigh. With a trembling hand, you reach out to grab the edge of the sheet and reveal Maximin's secret to the world. Suddenly, your fingers clutching the corner of the sheet, you feel a hand clamp down tightly around your wrist. It appears that Maximin managed to exit his conversation a little sooner than you expected. What exactly do you think you're doing? He hisses at you. Well, you're supposed to be smart. What does the name Rose mean to you? Maximum stares at you, eyes widening in horror, eyes darting between the covered painting and the approaching Monsieur Gorsas. What did that little woman tell you? He whispers slowly. That I was a monster. I took her in when nobody else would. I gave her a job. I paid her well. I did everything I was supposed to do and more. He sneers as he whispers this at you, every word dripping with venom. Were we lovers? Of course. All I asked is that she get rid of the boy. Instead, she defied me. Now she seeks to use it against me, just like I said she would. I couldn't let my work be jeopardized. Anyone would have done what I've done. You know what? Let's see if that's true. Maxim may have seized one of your hands, but he shall grab both. In a fluid moment, you snatch the corner of the sheet with your free hand and unveil Madame Lebrun's painting, the culmination of your efforts, the culmination of your revenge. Behold! Camille suddenly screams from behind you, pointing to the painting. If people weren't paying attention to the painting before, they sure are now. Yes, behold, Camille says again, quietly, before returning to her place behind you. The painting is exactly as you remember it. An utterly gorgeous piece, arresting in its imagery, it shows the sides of Maximin he would keep hidden from the world. Maximin, the entitled noble. Maximin, the secret father. Maximin, the remorseless predator. What is the meaning of this piece? Monsieur Gorsas asked, studying the painting. Let's be petty. I don't feel qualified to explain this piece. Maximin, would you like to try? It is... Maximin stares, trying to think of a way
to make the ghastly portrayal of himself seem like a bold artistic statement. It's certainly one of Lebrun's works, judging from the eyes, the art critic notes adeptly. It's also a family scene. However, if I so remember, Baron Maximin, you're not married, non? Doesn't that woman work at Cafe Principe? Asked a voice from the back of the crowd. Well, she has to support the Baron's son somehow. The crowd goes quiet at this statement. As they collectively start to piece together what all this means, eyes glance to you, to Maximin, to the painting over and over again. I don't... Maximin stammers and stops. His desire to hear himself talk has finally failed him. Slowly, murmurs of confusion build. Hundreds of outraged voices build on each other until they form a dull roar. People press forward to question Maximin, with Monsieur Gorsus at the front. Someone taps you on the shoulder. Suddenly you're face to face with two guests that seem familiar. It takes you a moment to recognize them, but you realize that these people were present the night you were humiliated by Maximin. Is this true? Did Maximin truly prey upon one of his servants? I'm not sure which one is worse. You know what? It's France in the Middle Ages. Yes, he turned on her once. She wouldn't abandon her child. Mon Dieu! And he had a child with her but still threw her out? That means she... The shocked guest trails off mid-sentence, as she and her partner seem to come to the same conclusion together. It all dawns on them. Years of rumors of Maximin's capricious acts of self-preservation, each ignored individually, suddenly coalescing into an undeniable picture. Much like the one hanging on the wall, that picture reveals a terrible truth. And you're Madame Yvette Ducot, aren't you? The man selling asks. Yes, I am she. I knew you seemed familiar, the woman exclaims excitedly. The other guests start to turn in her direction to listen. Yes, now it makes sense why Maximin go to great lengths to slander you, tried to drive you away just like his maid, because you knew the truth about him. Oh shit. You have gained a staggering amount of credibility, and I've lost a staggering amount of peril. Guys, we're back. The order of events there is a little backwards, but you'll take it. Madam, you have done the working people of Paris and the nation of France a great service by exposing this corrupt aristocrat's vile past. We are in your debt. I have gained a staggering amount of favor within Rome. As for Maximum, the man grumbles. Maximum has been ruined. Yes! Woo! I'm going to play my own sound. Ah, hell, did it even go through? It's okay. It gets the point across. Maximum determination has been ruined. The next few moments are chaotic blur as you led through what was once Maximum's great salon by the crowd. Camille follows behind, desperately trying to keep up. Cheers go up whenever you are seen, and toasts are made. Someone even throws you a rose. You get the feeling as if a spell has been broken. How many of these people were Maximin's admirers but a moment ago? Did they always secretly hate them? Or did their opinions really change this quickly? Maximin is a predator and got exactly what he deserves. But is justice what exactly they actually care about? How quickly would these people, so swept up in celebration, be willing to turn on you someday? It's a disquieting thought, and one that almost wounds your good spirits. Almost. You drink deep from the chalice of victory that night. You also drink deep from several actual chalices. As you are led to your carriage, your revenge is complete. Your victory is absolute. You are the talk of the town. Outside, a variety of eager hands help you and Camille into your carriage. With a rave to an adoring crowd, your coachman takes off, and you disappear into the night, already a minor legend in your own right. The mysterious countrywoman who broke a monster. I also got 6 favor with the dude who runs the revolution, so I can maybe go to him. You know what, Alex? You know what, Alex? You deserve it. But we're staying home because I have 4. I have 4. I'm exhausted. I'm a college student studying. I'm a Japanese college student studying for exams. No, wait, I'm a high school college student. I'm a high school college student. That sounds like a manga. No, I'm a high school Japanese student studying for exams because I heard Japanese college is actually crap. I heard Japanese college is actually literal shit. I'm taking the day off for self-care because I just ruined a man. I just destroyed a man's... Does sound like a manga, actually. You look up the sound of Camille knocking on your door frame. Good morning, madame. The house is due today, as are Maurice and I's wages. I'm going to pay my servants. I know that a Japanese high school is super hard and prep for college, and then college is much more lax, yeah. Should I go to the revolution? You know what? No, I need more days off. Man, all these fucking nobles just existing. Yeah, like, apparently American college is harder than Japanese college. Though, to be fair, American college can be lax if you're not doing a lot of the side things. If you're just doing school, then it's probably not going to be as bad. I need to go visit Pierre. Into Pierre's office to find it more disorderly than usual, frantically amidst all the chaos. Do I have any church gossip already? I do not, but I can go get some. I can go get some church gossip real quick. 9 days. A week ago, a wallpaper manufacturer named Jean-Baptiste Révillon made a speech demanding bread prices to be lowered to something workers could afford. However, this speech was misinterpreted as a plan to control the wages of the workers. Oh no. Last night, a protest at his factory was resolved peacefully. Today, however, was different. Yesterday's crowds, over 3,000 strong, returned today. As mobs began to smash Revlon's factory, the watchmen of the Guillette Royale were mobilized to contain the crowd, suddenly reinforced by the Queen Dragoons, who were in the area for training exercise. Hold up. Hold up. Because this is bothering me. Also, am I on ads? I don't know if I went through ads already. Oh no. I need to see if the Queen's Dragoons are an actual thing. Okay, they are an actual thing. They were in Britain. Were they also in France? A mounted regiment, the Regiment de la Dragons, was raised in 1673. Named like its infantry counterpart in honor of the Queen Consort Mary Therese of Spain. Okay. So, dragoons are not just a Final Fantasy thing. Okay. Okay. I have been learnt. But also, we need to probably need to do something about this. The bourgeoisie has lost some power. Oh no. Some presence of the military was a disquieting one. It's one thing to face watchmen as one see every day on the street, but it's another to see mounted soldiers with rifles and sabers. One exists to keep the established order, the other exists to kill. Fear began to escalate through the crowd. Fear led to violence. A brick was thrown. A rifle was fired. No one knows which happened first, but for a brief moment the floodgates of violence were opened, and blood flowed in the streets around a simple wallpaper factory. In the midst of this madness, a common soldier broke ranks, riding to the center of the conflict, waving his hat, imploring everyone to put down their weapons and come to their senses. The unbelievable sight was enough to stun those who saw it, and make them reconsider their actions. He was struck down by a bullet, fired by one of his own comrades, an accident. Your concentration is broken by the sound of someone knocking on the door downstairs. You look up from your collection of newspapers. Same knock again at the door again, only it's louder and more frantic. I'll get it. You head downstairs to let the man standing at the door inside. He's wearing the uniform of a dragoon, and he stenches of gunpowder. Oh no! We know him! Is Madame Yvette Ducot here? He asks, breathing heavily. I haven't sent for you. Corporal Dumas was shot during the riots. His condition is getting worse. Please come with me. I. You know what? He wrote The Count of Monte Cristo. Let's go. I gotta support my fellow author. You rush to your room and grab your barest necessities before returning to the door. Through the doorway, you see the soldier has just finishing adjusting his saddle so two people could ride it. Stepping outside, you've never been helped onto a horse so quickly in your life. The young man sent to fetch you jumps into the saddle and you take off together. Everything becomes a blur as you barrel through the streets at full gallop. Buildings whip by and you can see You can barely make out the shocked and confused faces of pedestrians leaping out of your way. Plumes of smoke loom ahead of you on the city skyline. You can taste ash on the wind. In a few jarring minutes, you find yourself being held out off the horse in Faubourg Saint Antoine, the same district that the riots had been taking place in. Tents and barricades thrown up in the middle of the street, giving the feeling of a military encampment. Everyone looks to be in the same disheveled state as the man sent to retrieve you. Faces are stained black with smoke, and uniforms are spattered with mud. What you sincerely hope is only more mud. You are led to a tent to find a large group of men milling about aimlessly in front of a canvas cot. The moment they notice you, you're immediately pushed to the front. At the side of you, Thomas Alexander sits up in his cot and forces himself to stand. Next so laborious, it hurts just to watch.
Sir, you're dying. Get back down.
Sir, you are dying, and I need you to ride the Count of Monte Cristo. I need you to ride the Count of Monte Cristo so that the anime Gankutsu Count of Monte Cristo can exist. My comrades, please, he calls out to the room. His strong and mirthful voice reduced to a rasp. As much as I love the idea of a beautiful woman being delivered directly to my bed, I must say this is a bit much. This joke manages to elicit a few chuckles from the grim countenances of the assembled soldiers. The dire mood is dispelled for a moment. Please leave us, he asks, and his comments file out of the room. The moment the last man leaves the room, Thomas sits down on the bed with such force that you are worried he might topple over. He coughs, covering his mouth politely, but you can't help but notice his palm as he tries nonchalantly to hide it from view. It's wet and red. That hurt a lot more than I thought it would. Then why did you do it? It's alright, I'm here now. He smiles and he leans his shoulder against your leg, as if checking to see that you're really there. Yes, you are here. After a long pause, he wheezes. By the way, I know it's rude to demand someone's presence, but I hope you can forgive me, given the circumstances. The bullet slashed one of my lungs, and I'm not sure how long I have left. The surgeon advised against talking, but he's put me through enough pain that I think I'm allowed to ignore him for a little while. Taking your hand in his, he looks into your eyes. I know that we haven't known each other for that long, but I want to say, my life has had a lot of disappointments in it. A lot of things, and a lot of people that didn't live up to their promises. You were never one of them. Every single day with you was a pleasant surprise. You did a very brave thing today. Nonsense, he smiles weakly. I was simply the first to act. I'm certain my other comrades would have done the same thing had I not stepped in. You're not certain that's true. You gained some favor with Alex. His vibrant face has slowly faded to ashen color, and his lips start to shake. I'm sorry, but I wish I had more time. Sir? Please don't die yet. We haven't ridden you yet. Please don't die. I like my husband, but you're here. I like my husband, but you're here. Everything inside him seems to slow down, like a candle fading in the dark. His next words are barely above a whisper. He's gone. Carefully lay him down on the bed and shut his eyes. I'm sorry. With those last words, you leave the tent and walk out into the makeshift camp. Men doff their hats and helmets to you in respect as you pass, but otherwise leave you be. You walk home without incident. Something about your manner seems to ward off any passers-by from crying about the smell of gunpowder on your person, or the bloodstains on your skirts. Exhausted, you walk in a daze. You have gained a level of exhaustion. You get home and realize it's much later in the day than you expected. You feel absolutely drained. And so, with the loss of a voice pleading for peace, Paris has started to burn. Oh, we're in chapter 2 now. So, here's the question. Besides the fact that I probably just played through an ad break. How many chapters are there? Let's see. Let me bring up the Steam page. Please remove the porn from my Steam homepage, please. Okay, achievements. Chapter 3. Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Okay, there's only 3 chapters. This makes me sad. So, hold up, I gotta sneeze. I'm better now. So, there's a question. Here's a question. I know his death is unavoidable. I mean, his death is avoidable. Because he's a historical figure. Alexander Thomas Dumas, is an actual historical figure. He wrote Count of Monte Cristo. So his death has to be avoidable. But that makes me wonder, though, what is the conditions to avoid his death? What are the conditions to avoid his death? Because that did not seem like a favor-based thing. Although we don't know if he is 100% dead yet. We don't know if he's 100% dead yet, because he did not die on screen. Unless they die on screen, they're not dead. That's just the truth of it. This is an anime. Did they die on screen? No. They're not dead. Just assume if they did not die on screen for any anime, this is the truth for literally anything. If they did not die on screen, there is no proof that they are dead. Yeah, and even when they do die on screen, they can come back. This is Supernatural. This is Homestuck. This is Naruto. I think people die in Naruto and then come back. What other things have a lot of people coming back? I'm not going to include Doctor Who because that's like timey-wimey shenanigans. Um, I feel like it's happened in. I think it's happened in Chainsaw Man. I think it recently happened in Chainsaw Man, which I need to read. Um, anyone else? I don't think it's happened in Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan is one of the only anime series where dead people stay dead. um, if you're Ishtola from Final Fantasy XIV, you are not allowed to die. You always come back. You have to die once per expansion, and then come back. That's the rule of being Ishtola. Hold up. Let me just double check something. Good. 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 I don't have to kill anyone tonight. Someone is going to have a. Someone's having a good birthday. Like Bumblebee in the Transformers movies. Exactly. Even though I haven't watched those movies, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're talking about. You wake from a fitful sleep, but spend around an hour rolling around in bed instead of actually getting up. Given how dangerous the situation has become, you haven't left the house in several days. The law of sleep makes perfect sense, of course. After last week's events, it's hard to imagine resting easily at all. Your mind keeps going back to the larger events of last week. How a mob of peasants simply overran the holdings of the wealthiest and most powerful man in France. There's nothing special about those people, that they so easily defy the laws of His Majesty the King. Brings to mind that the idea that what we call power is a partner dance between the ruler and the ruled. Damn it. Well, at least I have an hour left. At least I have an hour left. It's fine. It's fine. I say, as my brain is mentally on fire. Some days I'm on top of it all, some days I'm not. Today is a not day. Today is a not day. It brings to mind that what we call power is a partnered dance between ruler and the ruled. To those watching the dance, it feels like small pushes and pulls of the ruler represent absolute control. That's only because both partners know their roles so well. That's the power of good theater. It can make imaginary things seem more true than reality. However, the truth is that a single misstep by either partner can cause the entire dance to break down. A single misstep can cause the rule to remember that they aren't actually powerless at all. As the people remember how much power they truly possess, Paris will become more and more dangerous. Your actions may now have more powerful consequences, for good or for ill. The world has become less forgiving. Me, every day, when I log into Twitter. The world has become less forgiving. That's just the Twitter tagline. That should be like whenever you like log into Twitter, just like a pop-up. The world has become less forgiving. The next stages of certain romance stories are now unlocked. You're aroused from these thoughts by the sound of Camille knocking on your door. Madame, I just got this letter for you, she announces as she enters your chambers, holding up the message in question. Earlier this morning, I saw a man leave it on our doorstep, but he disappeared before I could get a good look at him. Camille apologizes with a shrug. You take the unsealed letter from her and open it. Immediately, you note that while their handwriting is both careful and curiously precise, you don't recognize it at all. Madame Decaux, you don't know me, but I follow La Trompette du People with interest, and I know you're connected to some of its finest stories. However, I also have reason to believe that I would be quite useful to some of your more clandestine interests. I'll be waiting at La Place Royale if you would like to discuss this further. Why does La Place Royale sound familiar? You shuffle through your papers until you locate it on your map. Someone once told you that it was a good place to trawl for gossip. La Place Royale is now available for you to visit on the Paris map. Signed, a skilled master of letters. Well, this is certainly unconventional, but if you want to meet this man at La Place Royale, you could do that today. Decline, I'm not in the state for a party. One of my husbandos is dead. You know what? We may start moving these allegiances to the revolutionaries, to be real. I'm not sure, but I think it's the crown who just killed my man. I think it's the crown that just killed my man. And I don't like it when my men are killed. Only I get to do that. Only we get to be toxic lovers here. Where's the fucking La Place Royale? Take me there. Roses, Bel Air, take me there. Crossing into Central Paris, you're struck by the beauty of the buildings around you. Some of the oldest structures in the city are here, surrounded by the homes of wealthy aristocrats. Hold up. Okay, making sure I wasn't muted. Oh, and it's 10:25, so we're gonna be good. Surrounded by the homes of wealthy aristocrats, the entrances of these elegant homes are blocked by garishly dressed doormen, who honestly look more bored than opposing. Growing up, you read incessantly about Paris, devouring any book or map you could find, yet for some reason you can't remember what makes this area special, beyond nice homes and some buildings built in the 1300s. And then you see it. La Place Royale, the favorite social spot for all the aristocrats in the city, the hub of all gossip, social news, slander, and scandal. If there was ever a telling secret or a salacious rumor, this was the place to find it. Blah blah blah. You see the elegantly dressed aristocrats striding about the gardens. Stepping back underneath a shady awning takes some time to really take it all in. Everyone here is either well dressed or dressed so casually that it only draws attention to how powerful they must be. After all, only the truly powerful can afford to downplay their importance. It all feels so tense. Aristocrats and courtiers merely flirt from conversation to conversation with a practiced ease. But you can never lose the feeling that nobody really has let their guard down. Everything they do is a kind of public performance, reinforcing an image they're trying to create. You have come to understand that every time you visit La Place Royale, you'll be awarded a piece of gossip from a random faction. It'll always be cheap gossip, but at least it's a guaranteed reward. After you feel a little more comfortable with how things work here, you stroll about the square, staying on the absolute edge of conversations. You pretend to be a traveler just admiring the apartments and gardens. After an hour or so, you manage to overhear something useful. Pierre will be very interested in this. This is the very place the mysterious skilled master of letters suggested you meet. However, you don't see him. Perhaps you'll find him the next time you'll visit, now that you're more familiar with the area. The socialites in the square are all starting to filter out to their dinner appointments and other social commitments. You decide to head home as well. This place is truly valuable. I can't wait to see what I overhear next. The walk home is short and uneventful, save for your daydreams of what secrets you may find in that place. Ah, fuck, I have a party today, don't I? Yesterday, with great fanfare, the Estates General finally convened. This great meeting is the result of His Majesty the King calling together all 3 estates of France to debate and vote upon how the various crises ravaging the country shall be resolved. As part of the opening ceremony, each estate paraded down the streets of the city. Oh no. The first estate, the church, sent clergymen from all over France. Among the number are everything from humble countryside priests in their black socks to resplendent bishops and cardinals bedecked in crimson and gold. The second estate, the nobility, strutted down the streets in unison. Bedecked in their finest clothes and jewels, they seemed like an army of swaggering peacocks. Theirs is the realm of tradition, privilege, and loyalty to the crown. The third estate, representing over 9/10 of France's population, marched in stern and quiet rows, dressed in blacks, browns, and other sober colors. They represent everyone from the highest judge to the wealthiest factory owner, to the lowest peasant. In fact, His Majesty has even seen fit to break from tradition to grant the third estate double representation. With twice the amount of representatives, they're closer to representing their own stake in the country, which is originally a source of great hope. Unfortunately, it has come to pass that, while they were granted double representation, they haven't been given a doubled amount of votes. The third estate still can only cast as many votes as either the first or second estate. That means their double representation is purely symbolic. Oh, that sounds like a ruler thing to do. Needless to say, this has made many people extremely unhappy. In fact, it's led some within the third estate to... Wait, what the devil? Clenching the newspaper in your tightening clutches, you reread the article carefully. One of the men described in the article sounds extremely familiar. Long brown hair, young and tall, representing the nobility of the second estate, but has elected to merely wear a fine blue coat for the opening ceremonies without other adornments. I did not get to read the rest of that because I'm a dumbass. That's what I'm on, you're absolutely certain of it. Without any illustrations to speak of, you're forced to carefully reread the short passage over and over again. Every tiny statement about the reporter's chosen viewing point of the ceremonies gains a new value as you attempt to deduce where Armand was last seen. Sorry, I glitched there. After checking your findings against your map of Paris, you think you might have a lead. Researching Armand is now available to visit on the Paris map. In fact, you might be able to search for him today. No, I think I have a party today. Oh no. You know what? I haven't been to a party in a bit, so we'll explore Paris. Do I have... I don't think I have any gossip, so... I would like to... Okay, let's research Armon. We don't have anywhere else to go. Unless I... No, I've been to all these other places. I probably should get a bodyguard, though. I mean, with Paris being more dangerous, I should get a bodyguard. You decide to take a day exploring the city, but you somehow manage to get a little turned around. You look around and see that this neighborhood is not the safest to be walking around alone in. Of course, you pass through rough spots before, places where residents sit on their front stairs all day, cursing at strangers, either for anger or entertainment. However, this place is different. It's quiet, and you can see glimpses of people watching you from inside their windows. It's like they're afraid of something. All I have to do is stay calm and move a little faster. You stare straight ahead, aiming your vision a few inches above everyone's heads. Additionally, you walk a touch faster and clench your jaw. The effect is enough to make you look both frustrated and in a hurry, which should make people less likely to bother you. You have lost a little peril. Your ears pick up with the sound of footsteps quickening behind you. A rough hand clamps onto your upper arm and spins you around, bringing you face to face with a man who obviously has no good intent upon your person. He has a gun. People with guns usually don't have good intents. Let's keep this quick, madam. Your money or your life? Come and take it, you disgusting oaf. I mean, I'm kind of broke as it is. I mean, I have 200 levers, but my fucking rent is about to jump up to that much. I'm sorry, I don't have any money. My god, that's quite unfortunate, your mother-to-be says in a strangely sympathetic voice as he scratches his head with the side of his pistol. Lord knows what times these are. For example, there are people who think that just because I'm a thief, that I'm stupid, he shouts, cocking his pistol and pointing at you. Drop the weapon and step away from the woman, growls a thickly accented voice from a nearby alleyway. Who the devil are you? Asks your mugger, whirling on this new participant in the proceedings. Ah, you must be hard of hearing. No, I didn't introduce myself. I told you to walk away. That's so badass. No, I didn't introduce myself. I told you to fuck off. Gathering his wits, the thief straightens his spine and points a pistol at the massive interloper. Mind your own business. I got enough for the both of you. Listen closely, the stranger replies with grave seriousness. Your job is taking other people's money, and sometimes that involves hurting them. My job was killing, plain and simple. We may sound similar, but there's a big difference. Right now, I'm retired from that job, so walk away before I step out of retirement. The thief silently weighs his option, his pistol hand shaking. Your blood hums in your ears so loudly that it feels like the entire world is going quiet. You can feel the eyes of all the people hiding inside their homes weighing upon the three of you. Without another word, the ruffian takes off. Good, and don't come back. Madame, the large figure says to you with no reduction in the intensity of his demeanor. You're remarkably unshaken for someone who just had a pistol pointed at them. It's hard to be afraid of death when life insists on being so unpleasant. Oh, don't worry, I'm actually suicidal. That's what she's basically saying. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry, I'm about one bad down spiral away. Don't worry. This elicits a twinge of a smile from him. I felt like that myself on enough days in my time. By the way, my name is Hansel. I take this whole business to mean that you made a habit of finding yourself in perilous situations. As I mentioned before, I'm retired. Retired and bored out of my god-damned mind. How would you like a bodyguard? Hopefully you won't need my services often, but you'll be happy to have me at your side on the few occasions you do need me. Generally speaking, my services cost about 30 livres a week. You'll be a fine addition to my household. Wunderbar, says with a small twitch of his mouth that you assume to be a smile. I've hired Hansel, the bodyguard. I suppose my first task will be getting you out of this hellhole. Please, follow me. You follow him without another word, and he leads you out of the neighborhood surprisingly quickly. Not another soul even attempts to bother you, which is an extremely pleasant feeling. Of course, the more refined members of society don't seem to walk around with armed guards, so you'll have to think of some other way to introduce him to people. Perhaps calling him your doorman would work. After all, life has a lot of doors, and if anyone can keep them open or closed, it's him. With Hansel, your new doorman in tow, you start to walk home. Have I been? No, I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted. Okay. Okay. Wardrobe. Why do I have nothing for these fucking rich people? Fucking bourgeoisie. Oh wait, that one's bourgeoisie. Okay, do I have... we'll go in this. I'm not happy about it, but I'll go. Oh, you look like a bitch in the upper left corner. I'm either gonna love you or hate you. Hmm. Do I have anyone who gives me church gossip? The main problem with this game, with any visual novel that has like love interests and multiple storylines, is that if you've played visual novels before, you know what to do. If you haven't, or you want to fuck around and find out, it's not going to reward you. It's actually going to, like Alex being killed right there a few minutes ago. Like with Alex's death, that is a fuck around, find out moment. Like, so like, I feel like a lot of visual novels don't, they're not nice to beginners. And here's the thing, like I said, I'm normally very good at this. Because, like, I know to just... The main thing about visual novels, especially ones with, that are, like, focused on dating sims, or, like, any more obvious, like, routes. The routes here aren't obvious, which is why I'm kind of, which is why I'm kind of floundering as we, it's more of a learning curve, but then it's like, then you know literally everything for every single future visual novel ever. Like in Dramatical Murder, if you've played romance sims before, romance dating-based visual novels, then you know that you just need to pick your bachelor from the get-go, because that's who you're going to be stuck with for the rest of the game. And if you don't pick someone, you're just going to end up with the person you have with the highest affection points with anyways. And that's kind of how all of them work. And this is kind of like why and that's kind of like how every single one of them works, unless it's like weird, like Amnesia, where instead of earning points with a certain bachelor and having a certain like cutoff point for the story where you're just stuck with him, for Amnesia you just choose your bachelor right off, and then for the rest of the story with your bachelor, you're trying to convince him of what you want to convince him of. Because like Amnesia, you kind of like your soul has a run-in with another like soul who accidentally like ran into your body, and so like you have this choice of multiverses to go to. So like when you're like you have 4 different multiverses and 4 different like universes with these different boyfriends, because they all have their own like little like universe. Because yes, your choice of boyfriend has chosen the universe. But most visual novels are like, you just better start seducing who you want to seduce, because that's who we're gonna cram you with. Unless it is a game where you're allowed like one choice, because like in Dramatical Murder, like if you have the same amount of points with 2 people, they'll let you choose. And like there's like 2 people, and usually like it's going to be like the same 2 different people, because like they pit in Dramatical Murder, they pit Noise against Kujaku. So you can't have, so the choices can't be Noise and Kujaku unless you're really, really trying for it. And then the other 2 they pit against each other is Clear and Mink. So on one playthrough, my choices were Clear and Mink, and then not Clear and Mink, Clear and Noise. And then for the Kojaku route, I think I went just straight for Kojaku. And then for Mink, I think I went straight for Mink. And then like when you unlock the special one, they're going to give you the special one, I think. Though I think you still have a choice. However, once you're on the special, I think you're kind of locked in. But like here, I think both newbies and skill people would flounder, just because like there's more to juggle. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because the learning curve for visual novels is kind of like sharp, and then it's just an immediate decline. Like it's a high skill floor. And by high skill floor, I mean knowing exactly what you want from the beginning, and barreling down, tunnel visioning that. Knowing that tunnel vision is more good for these kind of visual novels. And then once you learn about tunnel visioning, once you know how to tunnel vision and know that's the secret to whatever success you want, then it becomes a very low skill floor. Danganronpa and others that have like more
Danganronpa is nearly a kinetic novel. It's nearly a kinetic novel. Like, most of your choices throughout the games, throughout the chapters don't matter. It's the last chapter that really matters. Okay. Let's go talk to this bitch. Because she's about to cause trouble. With a sigh of relief, you manage to find a breeze from the open doors in the vestibule. It's gone so hot that you feel like you're going to pass out. Absolutely certain that you've already started to sweat through your makeup. All the same, you check a mirror to make sure that neither of your eyebrows are starting to flee their assigned positions. Oh boy, eyebrow makeup. Thankfully, they have managed to hold steady. Hearing a trill of laughter, you turn away from your reflection to notice a woman with a shining emerald around her neck approaching you. She's holding onto the arm of a particularly powerful gentleman, but you can tell she's the one guiding his steps, not the other way around. Oh no, she has a green choker! Don't touch it! Actually, no, she looks like a bitch. Do touch it. Remove that green choker. Let her head roll. Bonus points if you understand that reference. You can't redeem them anywhere, but they make you feel good.
Oh, you must be Yvette, she says with a note of surprise in her voice. I've heard so much about you. Her name's Joanna. Wait. Bitch, I think I had a Steam achievement about you. I think I had a Steam achievement about you. No, it wasn't you. But I feel like people don't like you. It's such a shame to hear about how Baron de Termes, absolutely humiliated you in front of all those people. I can't imagine how awful it was to endure such a vile debasement. Truly unfortunate. The gentleman with her looks over you and gasps. I remember hearing of this, such unfortunate business, he says with pity, which is not exactly the emotion you hope to inspire in people tonight. You've lost a decent amount of credibility. Of course, did you manage to reveal that detestable Baron to be a vile philanderer of the worst sort? Who can really trust the opinions of such a creature? I'm certain his attacks on your character were as false as his supposed virtues. I gained some credibility back, though it was less than what I wanted. Well, all things considered, you've done quite well for yourself, Joanna says, scrutinizing you carefully. In a provincial village like yours, I can see why Armand would have taken quite a liking to you. Then again, I imagine it's easier to be so ambitious when you have nothing to lose. She's a bitch, and she's about to make my life hell. What makes you think I have nothing to lose? What makes me think that, she asks? Well, for one, you've barely even gone looking for your fiancé. Otherwise, you would have found him by now, no? It's such a pity that you're destined for disappointment in that regard. You've gained some peril. Oh, my glass seems to have run terribly dry, Joanna gasps in an imitation of surprise. Monsieur, would you mind fetching me a drink? I hope it's poisoned. Well, of course, Madame Dujardin, the gentleman replies, seemingly oblivious. With that, he departs, leaving you alone with Joanna. The woman wastes no time stepping closer to you, her voice low. Looking at the greater picture, I know I shouldn't be bothered by you. In fact, we should be of absolutely zero interest to each other. We're merely two women trying to make our own lives better.
Don't you say that to me. You're a vile, poisonous snake. You're a snake in the Garden of Eden. Why should I trust you? You're sus. And you're wearing pink with green. Not that that's a sin, mind you. But you look like a tiered cake. However, whether I not like it or not, I find my own thoughts drawn to you. Think about how quickly your star has already risen. Think about how achieving those very same advancements took me years. Oh no. The way she says the word years sounds like a jagged scar being reopened. Oh, she wears green because she's an envious little cunt. I don't know either. I simply don't know what to do with you. I don't know either. What I do know is that I'm going to walk away. With that, you turn and leave at a very brisk pace. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. This feels like a good time to exercise said discretion. Now that Joanna will feel like she's won this particular exchange, that's acceptable loss at the moment. We lost the battle, but we'll win the war. As you find yourself alone again, you realize you no longer feel too hot. Something about that encounter has left you with a chill. Oh god, I want my credibility back, please. Okay. I hate this party. This party has done nothing good for me. Okay. Let's get some gossip. You find yourself in the middle of a conversation with a particularly energetic guest. She flits easily between social circles, has a disarming laugh that seems to make people feel comfortable enough just to trust her implicitly. Perhaps you can practice such a laugh later. She's currently in the middle of regaling you with rumors she's heard over the course of her various dalliances. It feels likely to be of the shocking sort that's relevant to the bourgeoisie. Just as she's about to reach the story's climax, a man suddenly enters your conversation. Good afternoon, madams. Allow me to interrupt you for a moment to propose a toast. To my sugar importing company. We're having a successful year, you see. I'll both be so excited to hear what we have planned for next season. He says, not even waiting for either of you to respond. I prefer honey in my tea, excuse me. If this board keeps talking, you'll never get to hear the end of her story. You know what, I lost a little bit of peril, I don't mind. I'm sorry, madame, what were you saying before you interrupted? Excusez-moi, he asked, taken absolutely back. You gained some peril. Now I remember, she says, and resumes the telling of her story. I got some shocking bourgeoisie gossip. With her story told and its relevant details memorized, you stay and listen to the encroaching entrepreneur's various boasts about his company's success. He's every bit as unbearable as you initially expected. Sometimes it's awful to be right. Thankfully, you managed to find a way to tactfully excuse yourself and get as far away from him as possible. Okay. Sometimes you gotta... Should I go to church? I need the money. I need the money. What are these incidents? Nope. Nothing interesting. Okay, I can actually get some church. Sell gossip. Sell gossip. We're going to peddle this. Excuse me for one moment. Um... Excuse me for one moment. How do I not... Did I unmute? Yeah. Damn it. Okay, hold up. Oh. Wait. Oh, I knew something was off about my OBS. I do not see my, my redeems. I don't see my oh. Tamagotchi. Stretchies. Since I do not have a party to go to. I mean, like, real life. Since I don't have birthday stuff to go to, and I think everyone had fun, we can continue playing. Well, no, we have a church thing to go to. Ugh. Okay. Okay, okay. I'll go to this one. And we'll go to the revolution. And let's see here. Is there some place where I can get some money? Okay, we'll go get some. We'll get some more gossip. I'd spend the day wandering the Fountain Square, as it's a warm day and plenty of people will be congregating there, which means it's a good place for finding information. Perhaps you'll be able to find something that Pierre would find valuable. You survey the area and everyone here always looks like they have someone to talk to, which is concerning. Approaching a stranger is easy. Approaching a group of them by yourself is far more daunting. Curse the audacity. Curse the audacity of these strangers. How dare they have friends? Same. You spot a man who has taken a seat by himself at the table of a nearby cafe.
He spread out a great sheet of paper and laid down the corners with empty saucers. Wait, okay. You approach him, but he doesn't acknowledge you at first, and appears totally lost in this document. From the looks of it, it appears to be some kind of diagram or blueprint, but the exact details are lost on you. Ah, bonjour, madame, he says without looking up. His accent is foreign, but you're unable to place it. It sounds either Austrian or Hungarian. My name's Christoph, if that's what you're going to ask. What business is it that you have here? I'm always looking to meet someone and learn something new. I need a sip. I need a sippy. But thank you for the Tamagotchi. So you want something from me, he says with half of a smile. He gestures to the chair across from him. Please take a seat. You do so and settle in, finally feeling a little more comfortable in the situation. You've gained a little credibility. Without taking his eyes off the document, he waves over a waitress and orders you some coffee. When it arrives, you take a sip. The coffee is sweet, strong, and hot. It is also quite invigorating. You have lost a level of exhaustion. Oh, good. Judging from your interest in the affairs of strangers, I imagine you also have a thirst for gossip, yes? While this is true, you're not sure if you had to put it quite so cynically. To that end, would you prefer to learn something interesting about the military or the revolution? I can sell out the military. As I suspected, he sighs. Here's what I've learned. He spends the next few minutes detailing some gossip concerning the military. It's certainly an interesting story, but something about the whole exchange feels rather untoward. Without the pretense of intrigue, it seems so heartless and mercantile. You've gotten a piece of shocking military gossip. You have lost some credibility. The two of you talk for a little longer. The conversation eventually winds down. He pauses to check his pocket watch and says, I'm sorry, but I must head to the Bastille. If I am to study, I will need to do so before I lose the sunlight. Au revoir, madame, he says, before he packs up all of his materials and drops some coins on the table for your respective refreshments. He departs, and you decide to leave as well before it gets too dark. That man just shot down my credibility. You look up at the sound of Camille knocking on your door frame. Good morning, madame. House is due today, as are everyone's wages. It's necessary 110 livres, but you wonder if you could put them to better use elsewhere. Pay. Merci beaucoup, madame, Camille says with a curtsy as you hand her the money. Oh god, I'm poor. Okay. Wardrobe. I haven't worn this out yet. Let's go, bitches. Let's serve some cunt. Assess preparations. With preparations like this, tonight is yours for the taking. Blah, 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 blah. Take the Jesus blood, please. Now let the games begin. Okay. Are we helping out our past self here? Yeah, that one was a past self. Okay, that's the break-in. It may be like small rewards, but sometimes you gotta go for the small rewards. Concerning correspondence. You take some time to go over distant memories of the letters Armand used to send to you while you were still in the village. In retrospect, some of those messages may have been more concerning than you thought. Lore. You step away from the crowds at the park, take a moment to be alone. A memory you had not considered for a while flashes through your mind. You're back in your provincial hometown. As after Armand had left for the Estates General, you find yourself had yet to leave for Paris. Instead, you walked around in the cold, reading his letter over and over again. This particular one had been puzzling you for a while. In retrospect, his letters have been growing stranger for quite some time. It's easier to notice such warning signs long after the point they would have been useful. Dwelling on such failures have never helped anyone. Am I in ad? Damn it, I don't know when I'm in ad anymore. It's fine. Time is soup. Warning signs like that gentleman named Charles who accosted the two of you during your last night with Armand. Cher Yvette, my heart aches to see you with an ever-growing ardor that I'm scarcely able to control. I may be surrounded by my companions here, but without you, I feel alone. Whenever I find myself engaging with persons other than my sponsors, I find myself exasperated. So many powerful people calmly discussing the state of the nation, as if it were a tennis match, as though there are only two possible victors, yet the outcome had no real meaning. Individuals like that cannot be allowed to steer the fate of our people. If we are presented with two bad options, then we must force a third. Oh dear Lord, Armand, I wish you were in America. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. To put it simply, it feels like France is a ship hurling towards a rocky shore, and nobody's at the wheel. This awareness of imminent catastrophe is the main unifying thread that binds our little group together. Our leader is the only one who isn't worried. She works feverishly, but betrays no signs of fear. I think you would like her immensely. You two share a lot in common. Of course, in the name of building coalitions, I've had to partake in the company of several extremely unpleasant individuals. It's perhaps the only reason I'm glad you're not here, as I would hate to inflict their judgmental presence upon you. Even when I finally travel from home in the interminable dinners at their grand estates, I still feel like I'm being watched. I know I've said it before, but I really wish you were here. I wish you were here. I know that there are things I'm not seeing, things that you would notice instantly. All I can be certain of is that we're racing against an unseen clock. To put it simply, the people of France are hungry, and hungry people do not remain hungry for long. Je t'embrasse, Armand. You're considering these memories in a new light is unpleasant but also grounding. You feel a little more prepared for whatever comes next. My credibility is 69. Nice. Still, what to make of these revelations? I trust Amon, and I trust something good can still come of this. The more I think about this, the worse it all gets. I am in a den of vipers. With this dour assessment, you decide to engage with the world around you once more. The memory drifts away like the waning moments of a dream. Hopefully you can still accomplish something at this party before the night is over. Okay, we only have pairings, but... Oh, you get me gossip. You get me church gossip. Oh, man. Why can I still get Alex's favor? Alex is dead, isn't he? Oh, wait, I did not see him die on screen. Okay, I'm going to pick this one because it's going to give me more churchy gossip. Notice two men sequestered off to the side in a chapel, speaking in low tones while their eyes glanced furtively about. The sight alone is enough to draw you towards it like a devout pilgrim towards a holy place. Indeed, I've heard some rather fascinating things amongst the priests that I know, but even now I fear that the wrong person might overhear it. We're two of a kind, and some of my friends have remained in the military. They have a lot to say about the sorry state of affairs there. I can barely keep such things to myself, but the risks are too great. I'm simply too close to the story, and the consequences for indiscretion could be dire indeed. Dire consequences for getting caught leaking your stories, a refrain that sounds all too familiar to you. I suppose we have nothing to discuss then. Even at this distance, you can see these men are so overflowing with desire to spill their respective secrets. That'd be a trivial task, blah 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 blah. Can I get both? Can I get both with Hansel? You wait for them to depart before calling for your bodyguard. Yeah, it should be easy for me to get a young soldier talking. With that, he leaves, and you follow after the older man at a distance. You catch up to him in a different part of the party, far from his erstwhile companion. Ah, bonjour, madame, he says with a polite bow of his head. How may I help you? Your efforts to pry the secrets from the man are so easy, you almost have to stop yourself from laughing. You have what you want from him in short order, and you're certain Hansel is having equal success. I have double the gossip. You've gained a piece of shocking church gossip. You've gained a piece of shocking military gossip. Okay, I've lost favor with the priest. The conversation that follows afterwards is decent, if nothing else. This is especially good because you'll have to keep talking with him for some time. This dance has a particular rhythm, and one can't leave too early, lest they risk arousing even further suspicion. However, the moment you spot a polite opening in the conversation, you manage to break away. All things considered, that certainly feels like a success. I have church gossip and gossip to pay fucking my bills. Here. Oh, I have a lot of... Okay, first off, sell... Okay. My apparel is down. Do I want to increase the power of the church? No, the church is on the side of the military. The church is on the side of the crown for the moment, so... Let's peddle the influence, push the military towards the revolution. And we'll sell this because I'm poor and I have to pay 110 livres. Oh, fucking Pierre, please don't put me in any danger. Oh god. Oh no, it's just my peril. Oh no, it's my credibility too. Oh, I have not worn this yet, and it's good for the crown. Let's go. Come on,
Come on, Yvette, let's go party.
La da da da. Come on, Yvette, let's go party. Da 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 da.
Okay, at least I'm prepared for a crown party. I need a bourgeoisie outfit, though.
Blah blah blah. Please take this gift of wine.
Okay. Okay, which horrible people are we going to talk to now? What horrible, awful people are we going to talk to?
We have Elizabeth.
I... Oh man, how about you? Oh man. I kind of want to talk to Elizabeth. But I also want gossip. We'll talk to Elizabeth. We'll talk to Elizabeth.
Having crossed a man with an arrogant air about him talking to a woman, it'll be more accurate to say he's talking at her. For her part, the woman appears to be doing her best to remain civil and just draw on her sketchbook. And furthermore, it must even be obvious to you that your work peaked at the 1783 salon. Why else would all of your portraits of women look the same after that? Taking a moment to acknowledge you with a nod, the painter returns to her conversation. Her reply is calm, almost bored. My clients dress how they wish for their portraits. My role is to merely capture them as they are in their lives. Is it wrong that so many women wish to look like Her Majesty? Realizing the ground he's treading on, the critic's reply is suddenly more delicate. There is nothing wrong with their admiration for the Queen, however, that is not the point. The point is, you've reached your ceiling because you stopped focusing on your own merits. Instead, you choose to attach yourself to. I'm sure this is really interesting to someone, but I'm done now, Madame Lebrun replies, closing her sketchbook. She looks to you. Madame, would you like to talk somewhere else? I'd love to. The critic sputters indignantly. Well, you can't just walk away from a critique of your work. You're not my teacher, and this isn't a critique, because I don't want one. All artists, please, take a look at this queen behavior. Please take a look at this serving behavior. If you want to eat and leave no crumbs, please look at Madame Lebrun. You don't have to take a critique if you don't want one. But critique is something you ask someone for. I never asked your opinion, so I don't need to listen to it. Pardon, monsieur, but we have an appointment, or we have to be anywhere else. The critic's eyes flash with barely suppressed rage, and he hisses at both of you. Laugh behind your hands while you still can. This self-importance of yours can't last forever, Lebrun. I've gained a little peril, that's fine. He storms off in an angry huff, finally leaving the two of you at peace. Well, that was satisfying to watch. I should invite you to some of my exhibitions. Okay, I see a problem here. I see a big, fat problem, and I hate it. So there's obviously not... There's obviously not flags in the system to be set up. Because remember, we met her for a story event. We met her originally for a story event. And the game must not be recognizing that. That's something I'm going to write to them on Steam about. Because... where do I talk about that? Even though they haven't updated the game in a year. They haven't updated the game in a year, and I don't think they're going to update it again. So, like, I think... so I think I'm going to start... I think I'm going to start a discussion on Steam. Because I think there should be flags in the game for if you met her but haven't talked to her at a party. What doesn't that loathsome toad hate? Madame Lebrun asks with a lull of her eyes. I swear that cruelty must be the only thing that makes him get up in the morning. Now, if you're the latest object of his hostility, then you must be Yvette Decaux, am I right? Before you can reply, she chimes in again. Just call me Elizabeth. Formality doesn't suit me. To what do I owe this infamous honor? I rescue people from conversations with boorish idiots. It's a hobby of mine. Oh, you like to play the heroine? She replies with a surprised giggle. So, if you thought he was bad... let's just say he's not even the worst one out there, and I've had a few years of experience to learn that. You chat a while longer, but you find that you run out of common conversation points a little quickly. Still, it's pleasant on the whole. I'm sorry, but I must go. There's some other business I need to attend to, she says, inclining her head to the crowds of scattered people scattered elsewhere through the party. Perhaps I'll see you again soon. Perhaps. With that, she departs, disappearing into the crowd. Yeah, like, she just acted like she didn't even know us. And I feel like that should not be a thing. I feel like there should be more flags. That's what they're called, like flags. In the code. And this wouldn't be a hard thing to code. Because, like, you can do this in WinPy, in WinPy. They literally have tutorials in WinPy to tell you how to do this. I'm kind of hoping that they're taking, like, all the stuff that the community is giving them and is going to input it into a future game. But I definitely feel like there should have been patches for the game itself that always focuses on this. It's kind of bothering me as a first time playthrough and noticing when some of these are posted. So I want to give my feedback. I'm going to check if they have another game out first. Like a newer game, and that might be why they haven't patched this one. Because, you know, when you release a new patch, you just drop your... when you release a new game, you just drop the old game. You don't patch it anymore. I feel like that may be what has happened. Okay. You're the break-in. You're a cheap gossip. Let's look at you two. Bonsoir, Madame Decaux, a patrician-like aristocrat says as he approaches you. At the risk of being too forward, I've come to request a favor. Don't worry, it's nothing too scandalous. I recently arrived from Nantes. I'm in need of an introduction to that group of young women over there, continues pointing at a nearby crowd. You see, my son will be of marrying age soon. I'd like to make sure that certain familial inroads are open before such affairs are fully upon us. If a nobleman from outside of Paris considers you a dependable figure for such a task, that really must mean you become quite established here. Monsieur, I must ask you a few questions before I do so. Is that alright? You wish to know more about me before you'll agree then? Why, but of course, as a gentleman, my character's beyond approach. Please ask away, I have nothing to hide. It's not a particularly long conversation. You ask him questions about certain current events to supposedly gauge his opinion. That actually allows you to confirm key details on a rumor that you've heard scraps of earlier. You gain a piece of shocking crown gossip. Your objective accomplished, you proceed to introduce him to the group of ladies that you wish to speak to. His sudden presence is enough to raise eyebrows, but you manage to smooth things over, and soon several of them are already asking extremely arch questions about both his son and his family finances. All things considered, that seems to have gone quite well. Okay, we're gonna sell this shit. Oh wait, do I have something for the revolution? I do not. I have to go shopping. It's fine. I'll sell one of my dresses. Oh dear. Oh dear. The poof. It was like explosion. My skirt is an explosion, excuse me. Okay, all of these are kind of cheap. Okay, let's sell my lowest. Which one? Oh yeah, you gotta go. Plus you're only for military. I can only sell you for 6 lira? Okay. God's like going to like a secondhand store. But like it's the GameStop of clothing. It's like the GameStop of clothing. Okay. Can I do double duty? Get both a bourgeoisie and a revolution? I cannot, but this is good enough. Which one of you? Oh god. You're cheaper, but you can do more multitasking. Not like I'm going to go to the revolution dressed like that. Like, that's a lot of Marie Antoinette. That's, like, too much Marie Antoinette. Oh. Since it's 11:30... Since it's 11:30, we will call it... It has been called. It's been called. I had a fun time. I really like this game. Like, it's not like other visual novels. There's like, you have actual influence. You have actual influence. I don't like that Alex is dead. Though again, we're not 100% sure he's dead dead. We're not 100% sure he's dead dead. Like, we think he's dead. Okay, not to mention we got Hansel, which is going to be more useful. It's definitely going to be more useful than a fucking, than, my fucking Amazon Prime Maurice. Amazon Prime Maurice. Like, again, I'm really hoping that the people who made this game are taking notes and improving upon it, or at least are taking notes and know what to do for their next game. Um, who am I rating? There's some people. I assume, yeah, I'm assuming that they have a new game coming out, or they already have a new game out. Oh, let me just check. Let me just bring up Steam again. Cause like it feels like who's this by? Who's this by? Cause the last major update was in January of last year. So what I'm assuming is that they either have a new game out or they're going to have a new game out. Okay, who made this? Who made this? Publisher, developer. Oh, they can't be making all these games. Because it feels like they shouldn't be making all these games. So, hold up. Okay, so let's check out the franchise. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold up. I'm just getting the same exact games. So, like, if they have as many games as it looks like they have, if they have as many games as it looks like they have, they're not ever updating this one. Not again. I'm assuming that they might have another visual novel in the works because it definitely looks like because it's made by Iceberg Interactive or it's made by Joy Manufacturing, but it looks like it's just the same people because I'm getting the exact same games. And like they have games all over. So it's like, yeah, they dropped that one. And like when you have that many games, you cannot be supporting the old ones. Not when they're not when it's like a visual novel and most of it is just quality of life and just not having weird timey-wimey stuff happening. Because they're assuming that you went out
I think they probably assumed that you were going to handle this more like a newbie looking out for stuff and not someone who is tunnel visioning. So that might be why. That might be why there's fuck ups. Because I'm not sure if this is their first visual novel. So it could be that if this wasn't their first visual novel, they went like, oh, there's not going to be time stuff. And I'm looking here. And it does look like they have not done visual novels. Like Ambition, A Minuet, and Power may be their only visual novel. So that might be why. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good besides that. Besides the obvious points where, like, it's kind of sequence breaking. But kind of like the opposite of sequence breaking. Where you met, hold up. I'm just going to put in... There we go. There we go. I just need to put in my Twitch activity feed. Because I accidentally removed it. But, I'm just doubling that down. But it is a good game otherwise. And I like to see there is, like, immediate repercussions. Immediate repercussions. They were like, oh, we're going to kill Alex. And I haven't experienced that in a game since, Fire Emblem and maybe Dragon Age. There's like plenty of games that outright kill your companions, and plenty of visual novels that do that. That's quite rare in comparison to the amount of games that don't do those things. So like I was kind of surprised. I mean, I wasn't shocked because it is the French Revolution, but I was like, oh, okay, he's dead. As far as we know, he's dead. It's unlikely he's dead, but he's dead right now. But I had fun. I'm gonna start a discussion, even if they drop the game. As dead as the story wants him to be, right? Until they get the resurrection spell out. I swear, someone was supposed to be in, a subathon. I swear someone I was watching was supposed to be in a subathon. Cast a Revivify? No. We're past the, minute mark. We're past the minute mark. We can't use Revivify. Okay, I feel weird whenever I raid someone I don't know. Hold up. Let me see if anyone else is playing. I just want to see it. Oh. Ambition. There we go. Oh, it's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Sag. Okay, yeah, I feel weird whenever I raid someone I haven't really been talking to. I'm just like, I just, haven't really watched them too much, but I want to support them. It's so weird.
Everyone's playing Lies of P. And I don't want to spoil anyone if they haven't started playing that for themselves yet. Boo is playing Undertale. How far is Boo? How far is Boo? Oh, she's rather deep. She's at the hotel. Me, I haven't started. I've been playing Starfield. I'd be playing too if I could afford it. Okay, Father Astaroth is playing Muso. No, 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 no. Don't know what you're doing. This is the worst part of the stream, picking someone to raid. Roy is on League of Legends. I don't know what Gil is playing. B's playing Subnautica. You know what? We'll raid the Ichin. Because he's playing Outlast. And he's a little baby. So, let's raid. And what's fun? And what's funner than watching someone who is actually scared of horror play horror? I play horror because I'm not scared. I just find it interesting. I like have an immune to most horror nowadays. Because I just binged it while I was like in high school, and now I'm just like, oh, that's a thing. my I enjoy my my deadpan reactions though. I don't know if anyone else does. But let's go raid the Ichan. He's playing the Outlast Trials. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a nice night. Thank you for joining me in my shop. May your fates be changed. And farewell. Bye.